better life.
1480 WHBC Sports presents the High School Football TV Game of the Week. The AltCare TV Game of the Week is brought to you by SARTA, Northern Ohio Honda Dealers, Malone University, Old Carolina Barbecue, Altman Health Foundation, Amison Dental Group, Massillon Cable Television, Friends and Family Credit Union, Expert Auto Collision, Jersey Sports Grill, and AltCare, and can be seen locally on His TV Canton.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to North Canton Memorial Stadium, where tonight the AltCare TV Game of the Week is a Federal League showdown between the Glen Oak Golden Eagles and the North Canton Hoover Vikings. I'm Dave Sheets. I'll have the play-by-play. Joining me here on the field and up in the booth a bit later, Mark Miller. Mark, let's take a look at the Glen Oak Golden Eagles. A win last week after 2 losses at the start of the season.
And a lot of young guys did it for them. They're going to have to do it the rest of the year as they grow up. We're going to look on offense at Dean Saris, number 21. He's a senior kicker. He's been doing it a while, and he can really be a threat tonight because if the young offense can't get it through that red zone, he can make sure they get 3 before they turn it back over to Hoover. On defense, we're going to look at one of the big fellas, Travis Stout, number 73. He's a 6'4", 285-pound two-way player, but we're going to look at him on defense because he can really cause havoc in that Hoover backfield. Hoover's got a lot of weapons. He's going to have to stop some of them.
All right, appreciate that, Mark. And Frank Salona, our sideline reporter again this weekend. And Frank, let's take a look now at the Hoover Vikings. 2 wins out of the box, and last week they ran into a pretty good Akron East team.
Yeah, very good Akron East team. You know, we've talked to some people around here that says that team is for real, and they're very, very fast. They're strong. Hoover really had a challenge on their hands last week, lost it on the 1-inch line, basically, is where it came down to. But now they go into the Federal League, and they've got Glen Oak. You know, last night we had the Holy War. Tonight we've got the backyard rivalry, and this is a couple of teams that know each other very well. And offensively for the Hoover Vikings, when you look at their offense, I think it really centers around their quarterback, Connor Ashby. A sophomore, this kid has thrown for almost 700 yards, averages a little over 8 yards per play offensively. So I look for this young man to really have a great year this year. He's going to be one of those super softs that they talk about throughout the season. Defensively, Ryan Pruzanowski. This young man is the Sam linebacker on defense. He is the leading tackler on this team. He's going to roam a little bit tonight. They're going to put him at different places. He's not going to be so much behind that defensive front. They're going to let him roam around the outside and maybe kind of pick his spots tonight to kind of slow down this running game of Glen Oak. So it'll be interesting to see what they do offensively with Connor Ashby and defensively with Pruzanowski.
All right, we look forward to your work on the sideline here tonight. Our AltCare TV Game of the Week tonight is Glen Oak at Hoover. Stay with us. The Federal League season is about to get underway, and we'll have the kickoff when we return.
With AltCare, you have more than just a health plan. You have a team of people whose purpose is to be your advocate. During all stages of life, AltCare will be there to ensure you receive the best health care. AltCare's dedicated staff puts your needs first, making sure you and your family receive quality health care services. AltCare, where you matter. Learn more at altcare.com.
For over 45 years, we've cultivated our community from the ground up. Because we know that to grow a beautiful world, it takes more than just water and sunlight. So when it came to growing our business, it had to be the new Pilot. It's all about keeping things fresh by adapting to any environment. The 2018 Pilot. Green thumbs are better with a Honda.
Upgrade to a new Pilot for just $369 per month. Shop your local Honda dealer or online at northernohiohondadealers.com.
How's your home? Safeguard knows, and you can too. Wherever you are, day or night, whatever you're doing, Safeguard Home Security is professionally monitoring your home 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can check on your home from anywhere at any time on your smartphone, tablet, or computer. The Safeguard app makes it easy to put your mind at ease. Safeguard Security from MCTV. Your home is just fine.
Welcome back to North Canton Memorial Stadium, our AltCare TV Game of the Week. Dave Sheets along with Mark Miller, sideline reporter Frank Salona, and our statistician Bob Jeffries. Before the opening kick, let's take a look at the MCTV keys to the game with Mark.
Well, I got 3 wins. Win the line of scrimmage. That'll help you in the run game. It'll help you to protect the quarterback. Win the turnover battle. That allows for big plays and rapid change, and those are real momentum shifters. And win the kicking game. 2 good kickers here tonight. It could really decide a close game.
Those are your MCTV keys to the game. Thank you, Mark. Our game time forecast, 82 degrees with partly cloudy skies. We have a slight breeze. Hoover won the toss, however, they deferred. So Glen Oak will receive, as you see Scott Garcia on the Glen Oak sideline down in front of us. The Hoover Vikings come in with a record of 2-1. The Glen Oak Golden Eagles at 1-2. And a landmark victory for Scott Garcia last week. It was his 76th victory at Glen Oak as they knocked off Royal Imperial Collegiate from Ontario by a final of 47-12. With that victory last week, Garcia surpassed Bob Cummings, who had a total of 75 wins. Garcia is 76-47 now at Glen Oak. Cummings went 75-47. So we are ready to go. As you mentioned, Jonah Klein, one of the finer kickers in the area. He's a 5'7" senior, wears number 5.
Yeah, he's hit 4 out of 5 field goals too. We gave pregame credit to the guy on the other side. He's a really good kicker as well.
And the ball is going to hit at the 20, fielded there to the 25, and then knocked down. Nice coverage by the Hoover special teams. On the return was number 34. That's LeSean Johnson. Let's take a look at the Glen Oak offensive lineup, brought to you by the Northeast Ohio Honda dealers. The wide receivers are Fox, Smith, and Adams. Across the front, it's Stout, Baldwin, Howard, Nash, and Turner. The fullback is Bland, the tailback is Washington, and the quarterback, number 14, J.T. Cook, a 6-foot sophomore. They'll come out in the I formation with receivers to both sides on first down at the 25. Handoff is to the fullback, and he fumbled it. On the carry was number 5 that time, Richard Bradley. Hoover on defense. Up front, it's Pope, Schott, and Hayden. The linebackers are Sant, Pruzanowski, Rupert, Spence, and Herman. And then you've got in the secondary, Vega, Robinson, and Forrest. So after the fumble, and you're going to see it here.
Yeah, right there on the ball, Stephen Pope, number 88, from his defensive end position.
There was also a penalty there. Illegal procedure against Glen Oak, and it was declined by Hoover. So 2nd and 12. They'll hand off to the running back, and that is Justin Washington, number 2. And absolutely nowhere to go on that carry. He's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Stephen Pope living in the backfield right now. He makes this hit, you're right, just about the time the handoff occurred. Take a look, coming right there. He splits the defender. The down block didn't do it. Boom, right there. Beautiful look at a textbook tackle.
Pope, a 6'2", 230-pound senior defensive end. 3rd down and 12. In the gun is Cook. He's going to gun it to the right side. It's caught at the 20, to the 25, to the 32-yard line. A good pickup, but not enough for a first down. It'll bring up 4th down and about 3. Catch was made by number 3, Braden Fox, out there on the right flat.
Good play call. Get it to an athlete one-on-one for a first down. And right there working hard, the tackle by Jersey, David Forrest, saved a first down.
Yeah, 4th down and 3. Dean Saris ready to punt now. A 6-foot senior, also does the place kicking for Glen Oak. Mark talked about him in the pregame. A high spiral and fielded right at the 40-yard line with a fair catch. And making that grab was number 10, A.J. Vega, the 6'1" senior. Let's take a look now at the Vikings on offense. Brought to you by the Northeast Ohio Honda dealers. The wide receivers are Robinson, Forrest, and Graham. The tight end is Pope. Across the front, Van Est, Wyatt, Goddard, Riesling, Shirey. And then the running back Grigualo, and the quarterback is number 2, Connor Ashby.
That punt was 28 yards, high enough. There was no return.
Handoff is going to be to Grigualo. He breaks a tackle, keeps his feet, dives out near the 49-yard line. That's a pickup of 9 yards on first down for the junior, Grigualo.
Well, here you go, first down play. Look at those big guys out in front pulling. They do a good job of leading the running back up through the hole. Good gain on first down. 2nd and 1.
We'll check that Hoover defense in just a moment. Ashby going to hand it off to Grigualo again. He's into Glen Oak territory, more than enough for the first down as he bounds down near the 46-yard line of the Golden Eagles. Now Glen Oak defensively. Across the front, it's Stout, Turner, and Lopes. The linebackers are Dotson, Stovall, Mitchell, Armstead. The corners, Randall and Armstead. And the safeties, Haddad, Tyler, and Richardson. Again, our starting lineups brought to you by your Northeast Ohio Honda dealers. Ashby, again, 3rd straight carry for Grigualo. This time, they don't fool Glen Oak at all. He gets maybe a half a yard, and a nice tackle up front. Made by number 73, Travis Stout. Again, another guy you talked about earlier.
Yeah, he's a really good player, two-way kind of guy, and that's what he needs to do is help control that line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, this is a good opportunity for Glen Oak to get a stop.
All right, Ashby in the gun. There's a man in motion. Now he's going to drop back. He's going to look middle. He's going to throw. He's got a man open at the 25, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and out of bounds. Catch made by number 22, Drew Johnson.
Well, that was a really nice job by Connor Ashby. The rush was on. They brought a linebacker, bring in 5, and he stood right in there and hit his receiver right on the move. Look at that. He could run with it after he caught it.
The Friends and Family Credit Union bringing you our rock-solid play of the game. That's our first nominee of the night. We'll pick a winning play in our wrap-up report. Here's the handoff. Grigualo is slammed back for a loss. Back near the 3, it looked like. Breaking through, number 23, the middle linebacker, Tay Stovall Mitchell.
Elliott Zolden from his defensive end position also there. That was a 44-yard catch and run for Hoover.
Ball is at the 3. 2nd and goal now for the Vikings. One receiver out to the far left. And they'll hand it off. No, it's going to be a throw. Ashby has a man wide open. Touchdown, Vikings.
Ashby had his choice. Tight end ran the corner, fullback in the flat. Nobody within distance of either of them.
Catch made by the H-back, number 42, Connor Maley, the 5'9" junior, gets Hoover on the board for the first time tonight.
Well, just good play action. That's why the defense wasn't there. You saw 2 orange helmets standing there, and Ashby could have thrown it to either of them.
Jonah Klein on to attempt the extra point. David Forrest, the holder. 6-0 Vikings with 8:19 to go here in the first quarter from North Canton Memorial Stadium. Extra point by Klein is up, and it's good. Our score, it's Hoover 7, Glen Oak nothing on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard. We'll come back with more first quarter action after these messages.
Are you looking for something different? At Friends and Family Credit Union, our success is defined by you. Our goal is to improve your financial needs and better your lifestyle. Friends and Family Credit Union provides loans, savings, checking, and other financial services to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Stark County. Our friendly staff is fully committed to serving over 11,000 of its members. What are you waiting for? Stop in one of our locations today to become a friend of the family.
You can't tell your cold to wait? Talk to a doctor now with the new Altman Now app. Get the app now. You can't tell your migraine to wait. Talk to a doctor now with the new Altman Now app. Download the Altman Now app now.
For nearly 20 years, thousands of people have relied on SARTA for safe, affordable, reliable transportation.
People like Misty Williams, who's riding SARTA to a brighter future. Misty's a full-time student and mom who uses our fixed routes to get to school, pick up her son at daycare, and return home at the end of a very busy day.
School, shopping, Cleveland, Akron, the airport, for work or for play. People you know count on SARTA to meet their transportation needs. And we deliver.
SARTA, where can we take you today?
We're back as Hoover leads Glen Oak 7-0 on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard. 8:19 to go here in the first quarter. Mark Miller has our scoring recap. Mark?
6 plays, 60 yards. Took him 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Ended up on a 3-yard touchdown pass from Connor Ashby to Connor Maley. Extra point was good. 7-0 Hoover, but that drive was made large part due to the 44-yard pass to Drew Johnson.
Johnson and Fox are back deep for the Golden Eagles. Klein to kick off for the second time already. He'll put it on the ground this time. Takes a big bounce, taken by Fox. To the 25, to the 30. Fox to the 35, breaks a tackle, spins out of another tackle, and is all the way out to the 45-yard line. That's a nice return by sophomore Braden Fox, a 6'2", 180-pound wide receiver and DB. And Glen Oak gets good field position.
Yeah, another young pup, a sophomore, bringing that thing up in there. Had some guys staying on blocks, but he really made it happen. He is a big fella for a sophomore, and he can show you he can run.
Well, let's see if Glen Oak can move the ball this time. They went 3 and out on their opening possession. Sophomore quarterback J.T. Cook wears number 14. Has backs to each side of him on first down, and he's going to hand it off to the 45 and maybe a yard to the 46 on the carry. Number 34. That's LeSean Johnson, the 5'10 junior.
Mike Sant, number 44 from his linebacker spot, makes a hit, gets in on this tackle.
Number 44, Mike Sant, second down.
Pretty good pursuit by a lot of Hoover guys.
Second down and 9 now. Cook looks over the defense, and he'll hand it off straight ahead, running room, and into Hoover territory to the 49-yard line. On the carry is number 28. That's Luke Tyler, another sophomore.
Well, you know, last week's game and that win that you talked about, they had 4 sophomores score touchdowns, including the first 3 of the game. So
there you go.
I know it's painful to drop games and when you're used to winning like Glen Oak, but you know, another thing is you look at the sideline, it's just littered with injured guys. So they got a lot of guys injured and a lot of young guys playing, but they're coming.
Justin Washington, their leading ball carrier, with 163 yards on the season through the first 3 games. This is Johnson. LeSean Johnson with the carry, and he is very close to a first down.
You're going to see Sant get on his legs right there from the right side.
It's going to be 4th down and a half a yard, and it looks like the Golden Eagles are going to go for it here. Why not?
That's right. Why not? Plus side of the 50, so you're not exactly turning it over on a real short field, but you got to have confidence in your guys, even if they are young and just growing.
Johnson, the deep back. They'll give it to him. Johnson has the first down and more. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle. And he is all the way down near the Hoover 25-yard line. It's another first down for the Golden Eagles.
Wow, that was a real run there. Several block tackles. You're going to see it here.
Well, Mark, get ready to make a tackle here.
Yeah, he's coming right at us. The pulling guard did a good job of kicking out in contain, and then the guys working downfield for him. Good job by the receivers.
Great job by our cameraman down there on the sideline. And Johnson going to carry again. A flag comes in from the near side. Normally you're going to get a hold or a procedure call here. Yep, going to be procedure coming up against the Golden Eagles.
This is one of those you just got to overcome. You know, you're still first and 15 now. Got to gain positive yards this, get it back in between the stakes.
Ball is at the 32-yard line now. 1st and 15, as Mark mentioned. We come up on 6 minutes to go. 7-0 Hoover, the lead. Here in our Alt Care TV game of the week from 1480 WHBC Sports. Cook, quick toss, far side Fox. Fox to the 30, and I think he tripped over his own man that time. His blocker out there trying to pave the way. Nucci Smith out in front of him, and I think Fox tripped over his legs.
We saw this play earlier on 3rd and long. Get it out to Fox, and Nucci working hard. He's the one that blocked downfield on that run a little while ago. He's a very willing blocker out there.
Well, he got blocked back into Fox that time, and that's when he went down. So can't fault the effort. 2nd down and 13 now. Hand off. Not a lot of running room. Fighting for yardage is Justin Washington, the senior tailback, number 2. And did he get a yard, or did he get back to the line of scrimmage? We'll call it a no gain.
It's 3rd and long, that's for sure. But they got a couple of downs to try to get it.
Washington to the left of the quarterback, Cook. On 3rd and long, under 5 minutes to go. First quarter. Cook throws, caught by Fox. Fox dives for that first down now near the 16-yard line. It all depends on the spot. Well, he didn't get near what I thought. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, I think he must have stepped on the sideline before he reached it out. But what awareness, huh? Now, that's a football guy. He knows that if you stick that ball out there, you might gain a couple more yards getting close. I thought with the added yardage, they may try a long field goal, but they're going to go for it.
They're going to go Wildcat. 4th and 3 at the 20. Carrying the ball and knocked down is Luke Tyler. And he is unable to convert. Hoover's defense comes up with a hold, and they'll get the ball back on down.
Well, it's a new look for Glen Oak. They haven't shown this yet, and they were hoping that it would confuse the defense enough. Now, it was going to be one-on-one with the corner, but he tripped, as you called it, and went down. So they had a chance.
So the Vikings will take over 1st and 10 with 4:39 to go. First quarter. Vikings on top 7-0. On a short touchdown pass from Ashby to Maley. Grigualo, the running back, to the right of Ashby, and now a timeout taken by the Vikings. The Vikings call for and get their first timeout here in the first quarter.
They're a little confused on that formation, and I think Coach Baum just wanted to make sure that they don't mess around down here in their own area.
We're going to take a timeout. Hoover leads 7-0 over Glen Oak on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard. Back in just a moment.
With AltCare, you have more than just a health plan. You have a team of people whose purpose is to be your advocate. During all stages of life, AltCare will be there to ensure you receive the best health care. AltCare's dedicated staff puts your needs first, making sure you and your family receive quality health care services. AltCare, where you matter. Learn more at altcare.com.
Embarrassed to smile at family events? Unable to enjoy your favorite foods because of loose dentures? Haven't been to the dentist in a while because of fear? Get healthy at the Amison Dental Group at 3684 Dressler Road Northwest. Let us get you the smile you deserve. Call us at 330-452-2255. Mention WHBC when you call and receive a free take-home whitening kit, a $250 value. Amison Dental Group, where everyone deserves to smile.
Welcome back to Don Hertler Senior Field at North Canton Memorial Stadium. 7-0 our score. Our AltCare TV game of the week. Hoover taking over on downs. 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line. Handoff to Grigualo. Grigualo shredding through the defense and carrying out to the 34-yard line. That's a first down for the Vikings.
Well, he just runs hard, doesn't he? Look at this. He goes north and south, and he just runs through arm tackles, keeps those legs going. You saw him put 2 hands on the ball when he got around defenders.
Grigualo now to the left of Ashby, and he'll get another carry straight ahead. This time the Vikings wrap him up to pick up a couple to the 36-yard line.
Adam Grigualo on the carry, brought down by number 75, Gemini Turner, number 4, Denzel Dotson. 2nd down.
Hoover with a record of 2-1 coming in. Glen Oak at 1-2. Second down, we'll call it 7. Ball at the 37-yard line. Ashby looks over. Looks like he may be changing the play. 2 receivers stacked on each side. Quick toss to the right. Caught. Breaks a tackle to the 40, to the 43, near the first down marker. On the reception, number 22, Drew Johnson.
I think you're right. The linebackers are stepping up. That might have been a check from the sideline. Get it out to the receiver and let him make a one-on-one move, and he made a miss.
And
close to the first down.
Great block mark by the other wide receiver out there, number 13, Mike Robinson.
When you throw those kind of screens, you're counting on your other receiver blocking somebody in wide open space, and that's a hard thing to do, but that kid did a nice job.
Ball at the 42-yard line, 3rd down and 2. Grigualo is cut down. No gain. Gets it back to the 42. It'll bring up 4th down, and looks like Hoover's ready to send in the punt team.
Protect that 7-point lead, get field position.
.42-yard line. Hoover in punt formation. Yanni Volas is set to punt. Fox back deep, number 25 for the Golden Eagles. It's a snap to Grigualo, the up back, and he is stonewalled. He maybe got a yard to the 43, but he needed to get to the 44, and Glen Oak is not surprised by that at all, Mark.
Well, I heard some conversation yelling from this sideline. Couldn't tell really if it was players, coaches, maybe even parents. But they thought that there might be a fake coming, and sure enough it was, and the defense was right there ready for it. You know, one thing expecting it, another thing stopping it, but they sure stopped it.
We're going to visit with our Frank Salona on the sideline in just a moment. We'll run a play here first. 1st down and 10 for the Golden Eagles at the 43 of Hoover. Cook, the quarterback, has backs to each side of him. On 1st down, Cook going to give it off. It's a double reverse. That's Smith. Breaks 1 tackle and gets a couple of yards to the 41. Let's check in on the sideline now and visit for the first time tonight with our Frank Salona. Frank?
David, thank you very much. You know, I want to step away from football for just a minute here. Earlier this week on Monday, the Glen Oak family suffered a tragic loss in the death of a young lady who was a Glen Oak graduate and a freshman at Mount Union by the name of Sydney Kleptak. As you can see behind me, the Glen Oak cheerleaders are wearing the purple socks in honor of Sydney. That was her favorite color, also obviously the Mount Union colors. And across the way, the Glen Oak cheering section also wearing green and gold tonight in honor of Sydney. So sometimes you have to step away from football for these tragic community losses, and certainly both communities suffering here tonight.
Thanks, Frank, and our prayers go out to the family as well. And what a salute as you see the purple socks on some of the Glen Oak cheerleaders behind Frank there, and we saw the Hoover boys, I should say the Hoover boys and girls section, the student section there on the far side. Back to football, 3rd down, and we'll call it 9 at the Hoover 42. Cook, fake handoff. Ball in the air down the sideline. He has a man open, Fox, but he overthrows him down near the 5-yard line. Also, Smith was in the vicinity. He got behind the secondary as well, Mark.
Ran the outside guy on a post. The inside guy ran a flat and then down the sideline. So they're both going deep, and it's a nice ball, just overthrown a little bit. You can see the white shirts behind the black shirts, and that's not what the defensive back coach from Hoover wanted to see.
So Sarah's in to punt for the 2nd time tonight for the Golden Eagles.
Hey, I like the play calling on that series. They try to reverse, they try to deep pass. Let's try to strike quick. Let's try to get something big, get some momentum back.
Sarah's with a high floater, hits at the 10, bounces at the 5, and he puts it down at the 1-yard line, and that is where it's going to be marked. Good coverage by the Glen Oak punt team and well placed by Saris.
Christian Lopes, number 17, is the guy that got down there. I didn't see anybody running to the ball. It was a nice high kick, but the Gunners weren't getting down there to down it. Luckily, that thing kicked way high in the air, and there you can see good hustle by Lopes. He downed it on the 1-yard line.
Hey, coming up tonight in our wrap-up report, stay with us. the Altman Health Foundation brings you our player of the game. Mark and I will select a deserving player from one of these two teams tonight, and they will receive the Altman Health Foundation Player of the Game honor. And in the end zone, it's going to be a touchdown for the Golden Eagles. I believe it was a high snap, right?
Yep, snap went awry, and Chris Armstead, number 15 from Glen Oak, jumps on it. Right here you can see it, they're up under center, and when he went to throw the quick screen, the back behind him ran into him and knocked the ball out of his hands. That's a fumble, ball was not coming forward.
Heads up play by Chris Armstead, the 6'3 senior, number 15, and the Glen Oak defense gets a touchdown on the board.
You know what may have happened? It may have been a check at the line of scrimmage where they're at an uncovered receiver out there and the quarterback just decided to throw it, but the running backs are still thinking it's a run play. They come running up and hit him.
Saris to attempt the extra point. It's a high snap, but the holder able to get the ball down. That is Cook, the quarterback, with the good hands award there.
Did a good job.
As he corralled that high snap, put it down, and Saris knocked it through. So with 1:07 left here in the first quarter, it's now Hoover 7 and Glen Oak 7 on our Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard.
Well, that's what Glen Oak needed. They needed a big play, something good to happen. Now that was a turnover that the other team made. You didn't really force it, but you were there to take advantage of it, and a touchdown results.
Well, and you can give credit to your special teams and your punter, Saris, able to place that ball deep in the end, and yeah. Boy, not a whole lot of good things can happen when you're starting a drive inside your own 5-yard line.
You're exactly right. 41-yard punt, no return. Yeah. He hasn't had any returns on either of his punts. That drive was really not a drive, but a play. A fumble recovery by Chris Armstead in the end zone. The extra point's good. That ties it up 7-7. And it was set up, as you just talked about, by Saris's punt.
There you see Brian Baum in his 4th year across the way. The head coach of the Vikings. They've had some struggles in recent years, but I know this team, he's expecting a lot more success as far as wins and losses are concerned, and they're off to a 2-1 start.
Well, their offensive line's big and strong. That's a good place to start. They return all but one starter, and that opening drive, they exerted their force.
Saris with a high short kick, and it bounces out of bounds, so that'll be a penalty flag. And Hoover will get excellent field position.
Yeah, when you kick it out of bounds, you get a few choices, but it always seems like they choose to start on the 35-yard line.
.107 to go in our first quarter. Our AltCare TV Game of the Week. Dave Sheets along with Mark Miller, our sideline reporter Frank Salona, our statistician Bob Jeffries, image video crew here tonight, led by director Billy Smith. Glad to have you with us. First down and 10 at the 35. Ashby going to throw left side. It's caught. Breaking one tackle. Diving out across the 45 is the receiver, number 13, Mike Robinson. They're going to say his knee went down, I believe, at the 44. So second down and a yard.
Glen Oak seems to shift personnel quite a bit. Almost every play there's somebody running on, running off, trying to get the right situational players out there.
And the Ashby fakes the handoff, and he is going to go untouched down the far sideline. That will be a 56-yard touchdown run by Connor Ashby. And what a fake carried out by the running back, Adam Grigualo. Everybody on the defense bit, and Ashby was off to the races.
Well, you called it. The running back has to carry it out, but it also has to be really good ball handling by the quarterback. Now, we talked about on the touchdown pass a little while ago his play action fake and how it really allowed two receivers to get open. Right there, there still may be some Glen Oak guys that don't know he had the ball. He really fooled the whole team.
And I'm not 100% sure it was Grigualo who was in the lineup at the time.
I thought it was 14.
Was it? Okay. I assumed it was. Extra point up and good by Klein. And just like that, with 27 seconds left in the quarter, it's now Hoover 14 and Glen Oak 7 on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard. That was some play.
That was a great one. Showed you some speed getting down that back sideline too.
He did. While we have a moment, 1480 WHBC reminds you that our Lucky 13 cash word contest is here. You have a chance to win $1,000 a day. It's the Lucky 13 cash word. Stay tuned every hour from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. for the words. Details and all the rules available at WHBC.com. That's WHBC.com.
That drive was a two-play drive, 65 yards, only took 40 seconds, and of course a 56-yard TD run by Connor Ashby, extra point good, puts Hoover up by 7.
Johnson and Fox drop back for the Golden Eagles at about their 15-yard line. Klein to kick it away from the 40.
Well, the one time they kind of pooched it down the right sideline. The other time they squibbed it right down the middle. Let's see what they do now. Those deep receivers are inching up, maybe pounded over their heads.
Well, he's going to kick it high and deep. Johnson drifting back, and that's exactly what he did. Johnson at the 5. Johnson to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, and run out of bounds. Defensively running Johnson out of bounds was number 80, Jaden Turner. All right, we're going to show you this touchdown run by Ashby once again from field level.
Yeah, there you can see they tried to tackle the ball carrier and nobody was out. He was not touched at all. That was a beautiful play action keep.
And again, you want to credit everybody on the offensive line and the running back Adam Grigualo, who carried out that fake so well.
They sure did. And that's a heck of an answer to Glen Oak's touchdown.
Yeah, you could get real deflated quick.
Now it's Glen Oak's turn.
Quick toss made, catch by Fox. Fox out across the 35. Looks like he'll have a first down. It is a first down for the Golden Eagles. Quick toss by Cook, showed a nice strong throw.
Well, Fox looks like the guy tonight. I don't know if it's a mismatch or if he's the healthiest one or if he's the one that's coming on. He came in with 3 catches. I'm pretty sure he's got at least 3. He's got 4 tonight. Thanks, Bob.
First down and 10 for the Golden Eagles at their 36-yard line. The clock stopped because the runner went out of bounds. Tyler, the running back, he'll get the carry. Started inside, now cuts it outside and fights for a yard to the 37 maybe. That is going to mark the end of the first quarter play. A good, entertaining first quarter here at North Canton Memorial Stadium. The Vikings lead it 14-7 over Glen Oak on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard. Come back with us, won't you? Join us for the second quarter in just a moment.
Buckle up, Northern Ohio. Cedar Point, here we come. You won't find bigger thrill seekers than us, and my CRV's got enough space for the whole crew and our appetite for adrenaline. Get ready, Ball Raven. You're first on my list. Thrills are better with my Honda!
Upgrade to a new CRV for just $269 per month. Shop your local Honda dealer or online at northernohiohondadealers.com.
For nearly 40 years, Expert Auto Collision has been serving Stark County with premium customer service and collision repair. Bring your wrecked vehicle and they'll immediately get to work with you and your insurance company to get your vehicle back to pre-accident condition. Expert Auto Collision's professional crew has the experience and the drive to bring your damaged vehicle back to life.
Don't let an accident get your goat. Come see me, Tara, at Expert Auto Collision, the only female-owned and operated collision repair center in Northeast Ohio.
Expert Auto Collision, where we meet good people by accident.
Y'all know it's football season. Around these parts, football season is barbecue season. If you want to score big on game day, make slow-smoked Old Carolina barbecue your go-to spot before, during, and after all the games. No need to cook on Friday. Meet before the game at Old Carolina. Or grab a party pack and host the ultimate college or pro football party. Featuring award-winning ribs, tender pulled pork, and jumbo smoked wings. We have options for all your pigskin pig-outs. Get more info at oldcarolina.com. Old Carolina Barbecue Company. Meet before the game.
Wake up with Canton's Morning News. Pam Cook reports all the news, traffic, and weather you need to get your day started. News Talk 1480 WHBC. Online at WHBC.com.
Back at North Canton Memorial Stadium, our Alt-Care TV game of the week. Hoover leads Glen Oak 14-7 on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard.
Look at that. Hoover, 147 total yards in 1 quarter. Glen Oak, 60. That's respectable, but 147. Wow.
Golden Eagles, after the quarter break, 2nd down and 9. They have the football at their own 36-yard line. Cook drops back. He's looking. Ball is in the air. It's underthrown. It's going to be intercepted at the 35-yard line. Coming back to make the interception, number 10, A.J. Vega.
Well, Glen Oak was trying to get the ball downfield to Fox again. Remember that play a little while ago? They had 2 guys behind the defenders, and this ball just did not come out of his hand.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you could just see it slipped or something wasn't right because he threw the one going in the other direction. It was a nice-looking ball.
Right.
This one, from the minute it left his hand, you know, did not look good and ended up with the interception. Now it's up to the Glen Oak defense to get a stop. Don't want to go down by 2 scores.
For A.J. Vega, he leads the team now. He has 3 picks in the first 4 games.
Yeah.
So Hoover on offense with a 1st down and 10. And they'll hand it off, and a good carry. Still on his feet. That is Adam Grugualo. Boy, he's listed at 5'10", 185. He is all of that, if not more.
Yeah, he runs with a lot of power, too. But you know who's doing a great job in front of him is number 42, Connor Maley. He was a guy that was leading him up through that hole and just hitting anything that had a white jersey on it, and that's what you want out of your blocking back.
2nd down and less than a yard. Ball just across the 43-yard line. And Ashby back. Ball in the air downfield. He's got a man. It's tipped and it's caught. What a grab by number 3, Trent Graham, all the way down inside the Glen Oak 20-yard line.
Well, Trent came in having 7 catches, so he's a guy they like to go to. And boy, he took advantage of his height, 6'5", kind of tipped it to himself.
Right. You'll see it.
Pretty good coverage. I mean, that was number 12 on the coverage, yeah. Jameel Randall, and he was right there. The receiver just made a play.
1st down and 10.
39 yards on that catch.
Grugualo straight ahead, keeps the feet moving, and he'll carry all the way down near the 11-yard line. And again, the big guys up front for the Vikings are getting the job done.
Yeah, you can tell that they've got some games under their belt. I mean, they're a confident group, and they get off the ball, and they just keep working to the whistle.
2nd down and about 3 from the 11-yard line. Vikings will put a man in motion. Ashby gives it to Grugualo. Look at that hole. Sidesteps to the 5, down near the 2, maybe the 1-yard line. It's going to bring up a 1st and goal, but it's going to come back.
Yeah, I think the man in motion may have turned up field a little early. Yeah, illegal motion.
Yep. Well, if you're Glen Oak, you're going to take this one for sure.
Oh, boy. Yeah, just over anxious, you know. Kid wanting to make a play. Here you can see, look at those guys pulling and blocking.